Hi there. Just thought I'd do a quick trade recap for the day before I put my feet up and while it's fresh in my mind. A few things I really wanted to go through today. So I've ended the day on a red day, 150, I think, something like that. The annoying thing for me is I think I was green on every position at one point and closed a lot of the positions out red just because you see, I'm quite happy with the day, and I'm actually really happy with the day because every trade I took today, I took exactly to the strategy that I've worked out, and I took it exactly how I should have done, and I placed my stops where I should have done. So everything I did was right. However, it wasn't right for this market today. So um, a few things I need to look at, and I thought I would share with anyone that takes a look at it. Is probably a better way of trading this reversal strategy is to start taking profit earlier, either three quarters or the whole thing, and just wait for the market to give us a better signal as to what it wants to do, and then we'll know how to trade it better. So I'm going to start with ZAYO. First hit on the scan this morning, hits the scan 1016, which is 1016 is this candle here. So we get the doji candle here, the red doji. I took the trade. I took the trade here on the break of that body there at 35.76 area, probably a little bit lower, maybe 75, 74, whatever. So it comes down to 57. So only 20 cents, so nothing big. And this is the reason I didn't take any profit on it, was 25 cents, not really what I'm looking for on the trade. So I just set a stop. I set a stop actually here at 85, 35.85. I thought I'd give it a little bit of room to move around, so I left it be, and it started to come back up, and it actually took me out there for 1 cent, literally for 1 cent, and it went back down, and eventually it goes back up. So it's a bit annoying on a couple of hundred shares, up $40 here. It's not a lot, but I'm happy with $40 a trade on 7, 8, 9 trades a day. No problem with that at all. In hindsight, I don't want to be hindsight, but I think what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start taking a large percentage of the trade off on the first candle to break the high of the body of the previous candle. So that one, not on that one, look, not on that one, okay, but there. Here I wouldn't even dream of it. Well, once we're up 40 cents and we get this lower wick here, we get this doji there, then it breaks up here, then I think in future I'm just going to take off all my position, or half my three quarters, and let the rest ride, instead of being a little bit on the stubborn side and saying no, I'm going to let it go to my stop. So I'm quite happy because I did follow my trade plan, but it's so annoying to have to go from $40 up to like a $15, $20 loss, whatever, is really annoying. So playing it for in the future, I think my tap out is going to be here. I mean, it could have been there. If you look with the hindsight of the candle, it did go up and above, but I mean, we're only up set 5 cents there, so I'm not going to take it off there. I'd sooner stop out, to be honest. At this point, we're up a little bit more, so that's where I'm going to take my main profit, whether that's 25 cents or whether it's 75 cents. That's until things are settled down a little bit. I'm going to just take what I can. So a bit annoying on that one. So that was a trade anyway. So we took it on the break of that candle, and we stopped out. I stopped out there. So that's that one. So the next one was CVS. CVS. I just want to go over this. So I was talking to someone earlier about a pattern called green bar ignore, red bar ignore. When you get a stock that's uptrending like this, and you get this odd red bar in the middle, and this scan's good for picking it up because a red bar in the middle of 7, 5 or 7, is and it's a little one like that, is actually a really good way of getting in and going long. So we get this red bar that doesn't break the bottom of the previous candle. It's a very, very strong candle there. It doesn't even get to the bottom of the wick, doesn't get to the bottom of it. And then it closes and goes back up again. So really speaking, taking it long there at 63.37 and risking off there. Okay. Or you can risk off there. Is a good way of going long on it, because it's quite a positive sign that it's rejected the reversal and it wants to go back up. So we take it long on the break of the candle body there, and ride it up. I actually got a bit short-sighted and took the first trade short on this for some reason. I can't remember why I did it. It was a bad trade, that one, and I stopped out for about a 15-cent loss on it. What I should have done was reverse my mind and realised it's a red bar ignore and taking it long. I know one of you guys did actually do that. I'm really pleased that you did it. It's a good place to take it long there. So that's CVS. My first trade on CVS. Second trade on CVS was, just give me 1 second. Okay, yeah, so second trade on CVS was, I kept watching it up here, and then I took the trade here, right here, putting these topping candles here and made a lower high here. I took a trade on it here, around 64.71, and it was looking really good, up quite nicely on it actually. I didn't take a big, I think I only took 100 shares on that one. Could have been 200, I can't remember. Anyway, I had to go out. I had to take one of the children out to do something. So I left the trade open, and of course it came down here. By the time I got back, it was back up here again, which was it was really annoying. I eventually ended up taking it off somewhere around here as it kept on going up. The market was going up, so I took it off for a really small win on that one, but I think I just about cancelled out the loss on the other one. So a bit annoying on CVS. Again, it would have been a nice trade, and even a nice little reversal trade on that. If you were watching it all the time, you could have played this a couple of times today. So that was my second trade on CVS. A nice break of that candle there, instant resolution down, but as I say, I had to go out. I left a stop on it, which it didn't trigger, and yeah, sort of come back to nothing. So that was a bit disappointing. Next trade was LYV. Okay, so let me just work out where it was. Okay, so LYV, I took a trade on this candle here. I took a trade at 37.74, basically on as it broke the body of that candle there. I took it short, didn't really get anywhere. I ended up stopping out around here, put my stop just above the 38 mark, 38.05. Took about a 15-cent loss on that one. You can't say it wasn't a good trade at the time, because if you don't see all of this that comes before it, you've got a big run up there, you've got a couple of topping candles, and then, you know, a lot of the time you would see a move down to the VWAP. So took the trade. There was no way I wasn't going to take trades that I felt right about taking, and I felt pretty good about my stop at 38.05, but as you can see, eventually it did get tapped out and get stopped out. So that was LYV. That was another loss. That was a green trade that turned into a red trade. So again, need to start taking some off. I was still in at this point around here. I guess I should have taken some off there really, but I didn't. Held out, and yeah, my stop eventually fired off on this candle here, I think it was. So that's another red trade. Next trade was DO, I believe. Here, DO was a far better trade. Really happy with DO. So DO hits the scan here on that candle, gave us a nice topping candle there, a lovely candle to play off. Took DO 1506, 15, yeah, somewhere around there. Took it on that candle there. Just set a stop on it. Again, I had to go out, take my little girl out, so put the stop somewhere up there. 1514 was my stop, I believe. Yep, came back and it was trading somewhere down here, the 1484 area. Gave as much time as I could, but once it showed that it was rejecting the VWAP area here, at this point the market was starting to move up, so took the shares off around the 9 EMA 1483, I think, in the end. So what did we catch on that? 25 cents again. Not a big trade, but at least it was a green trade, so I was quite happy with that. But I think you can see the way that these candles work. You get your nice run up of 6, 7, 8 candles. You get your topping candle at the top. Nice big wick at the top. Doesn't want to push any higher. Next candle opens and it doesn't even get to the top of that candle there. Starts to drop. So the short is, as we know, is on the break of the body of this candle there, risking off there. So not a big risk, 7% risk. You can take 500 shares on that, no problem at all with that sort of risk. And this is something I'm going to be looking at when I get back to trading next week. Is I'm going to quickly work out my risk reward, and I'm going to say, right, I'm going to risk $70 on a trade, whatever. How many shares can I take? Because I think on these, if I can get down to a 10-cent risk, then I'm happy to take 500 shares on a trade to try and make some money on these smaller moves. If you're only taking 100 shares for a $20 move, I'm just barely covering the cost of the trade, really, if I have to take it off there. So that's something I'm going to be looking at really carefully, is looking to size up on trades, but only if the risk is smaller. I'm not going to take 500 shares with a 30-cent risk at the moment. It's just not in line with my risk tolerance, and I won't feel comfortable in the trade. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So that was DO. So that was a green trade. Happy with that one. I know a few of you guys took that trade. Ash, you took it. Really stoked you took that one, and I know you made a few pound on that. So good lad. Well done. Next trade, ANF. Which was this one. So ANF might have been before DO, actually. Let's have a look at ANF, what I did. Yeah, so I can see the trade on ANF. ANF put a doji candle in here. 11.25. There you go, 11.23. That's the candle there. 11.25. We just make that a bit bigger. So ANF I took here. 25.69-ish. And the stop was there, 25.80 there. Again, I was in the green at 25.37. I was nicely in the green on 200 shares. It's a bit of a crime, really, to let that go. So I don't know, up $50-$60, I suppose. Not being greedy. I think I just wasn't paying attention today, really. Nice big candle down there, but of course it holds this moving average 20 here, and I've been finding the moving average 20 on the 5-minute chart to be a really strong area. For some reason I just didn't see it. Probably busy doing one thing and another. Didn't notice it. It started to go back up. I thought, well, by this point, my profit was halved, less than halved, more than halved. Sorry. I thought, well, I'll just leave it now to play itself out, see if it can hit some resistance and come back down. Didn't. Came along and it stopped me out over here. Another trade where I was up reasonable, ended red. So another annoying trade. I did everything right. I got my entry perfect. My stop was in the right area. I just didn't take profit quick enough. I guess from looking at hundreds of charts over the Easter weekend, I just come to expect some bigger moves on these. Normally getting 5-6 candles to the downside and a nice fade to at least a VWAP, maybe the moving average 50, and then a bounce. So I've just misjudged the market today, and it's all got the better of me. So Definitely something I need to work on is taking off a lot of money on the trade at the first sign of a failure, and then let the rest just play out to the end. So that was ANF, another red trade, unfortunately. Here we are, my last trade on CVS. Actually, I knew there was 3 trades on CVS, so we're watching CVS at this mark here at the 650s. Hadn't been liking the 650s, so took a trade here on this candle at 64.47, right at the top wick of that candle, literally on the top wick of that candle there. And yeah, it was looking okay. The market was starting to pull a little bit down to 64.31. I thought we were going to get a pullback to the VWAP at 64. I would have been more than happy with that. Took a few extra shares on that one, kind of thinking that would sort a few of my red trades out. Market gained some traction again, as you can see, and we got a little doji candle there, came back up, and it eventually stopped me out here at 64.53. So I decided to call it a day at that. 3 attempts at CVS, unfortunately red on all of them, so that was my day really. Red on the day, but I think I learned a lot from the day, definitely on how to best trade these trades in the current market. So I'll probably write something up about it, because I think it's important that everybody that is trading this needs to understand that we need to be taking more profit at the moment. Certainly not looking for the big moves, not trading these things looking for golden piggy awards or anything like that. We just need to be locking in profit, get to $40, $50, whatever. Think about taking some money off the table, because I could have easily had a plus $200-300 day today if I had actually been a bit more sensible about the trades, instead of being probably a bit pig-headed and saying I'm going to follow my plan. So I should have adapted my plan to suit the market and actually had a green day as opposed to taking a red day. So a slap on the wrist for me. Won't be trading tomorrow or Friday. I'm away visiting my parents. Will be around the chat room as per normal for most of it. So anything you need to know, please hit me up. I'm always available to to help you out with on these sort of things. If you're trading the same setups that I am, then try and learn from my mistakes. Don't learn from your own. Take it from me. Just start locking in profit whenever we get signs of the trade going against us, and you'll find your days will be greener than mine at the moment. So on that note, I will end. If I do get time to annotate a couple of charts from today, I will pop them in the members posts. It won't be tonight. I need to chill out, put my feet up with a pint. I might get up early in the morning and do a few charts as well, just to go with it. So anyway, I hope you guys had a good day, a green day, and I will speak to you tomorrow. Cheers. Bye bye.